Merry meet everyone. I will be doing my magician tutorial, and as promised, I'm going to be using the Lo Scarabeo deck for the magician. It's one of the cards here, which is this one. And I'm going to be using a new deck that my hubby got for me over the weekend, which is the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. It's a brand new deck, and it's very, very beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to be using that one to illustrate the magician for this tutorial. And I'm going to be using the Circle of Life Tarot for the other magician. I like to get 3 just to compare different magicians out through different decks. As you've noticed, I have the 4 aces here, which are very associated with the magician. Okay, I don't have the Rider-Waite deck. I might get it in the future, but in the Rider-Waite is the traditional, as we know, the traditional magician, and he has in the around him all the four suits, which are the aces, the cups, the pentacles, and the wands. And the magician is associated to the aces of all aces, the 4 aces of the deck. So that's why I have them incorporated here in this tutorial, just to get them involved here. Okay, so let's begin by the number. The number associated with the magician is 1. Okay. The magician is called the Trickster card, and I'll go into that in a little bit more detail later on why, but it's one of the cards that it's very beautiful because it's a card of magic. Okay, again, number 1. So I jotted a couple of notes down. The number 1 is a number that symbolizes leadership. Okay, it's a number that is also indicating new beginnings, starting from scratch. Okay, also symbolizing fertility, potential of new beginnings, like I had mentioned, and enormous speed in any area in your life that this card may come up. There's something that's going to happen very soon. Okay, with enormous speed. It also number 1 also indicates, again, I could indicate a male. Okay, and why a male? Because it's the number 1, and the symbol of 1 is very associated to the phallic symbols, so of the male. So that's why 1 is indicated as it's how can I say, associated with the male symbol. Okay, so that's the meaning of 1. Again, new beginnings. It could indicate leadership. It could indicate also as a person that is a boss, a manager. It could indicate a business person. If this is if it's associated with a person, it could indicate that kind of personality. In terms of astrology, Mercury is the planet that is associated with this card, and Mercury is very much associated with as the trickster of mythology. Okay, so it's the planet of speed and communication. Okay, Mercury rules Gemini, the sign of communication. So when this card comes out, it's usually indicating a lot of speed in many things. Okay, as we see here, this one, you can see he's like giving up all the suits. You see here the cups, you see the sword, the wand, and the pentacles. And he's just throwing them in the air, like letting it go and waiting to see what happens. So basically, it's saying the planet is a planet of speed. It's a planet of communication. A lot of things that are going around or going on with around the magician. Okay, when this card comes up, there's again a lot of speed in many things and communication. Symbols. Well, as you can see, the symbols are pretty much scattered, but I want to start with the right hand lifted up, and I'm going to show the Mystic Dreamer Tarot for this one. In this case, you see here she's lifting, or he's lifting up the right hand, and the left hand is down. The right hand always symbolizes basically like authority, like taking your basically in this case he's pointing the right hand up. So what does this mean? It means as above is so below. Okay? So as above is so below. And it also indicates that there are changes going out around him. Okay? So he is doing magic. He is praying about something. He is uplifting this that he has in his hand. And he's pointing it to the heavens, okay, so that this could bring fruition, it could bring, it could come as prosperous as he wants it to, okay. So there's a lot of magic in the Magician. This card is talking a lot about spirituality as well, okay. The next symbol that I want to look at is the roses, and this one is showing in the Circle of Life Tarot. And it shows in the Rider-Waite as well. I don't have the Rider-Waite with me, but it is indicated in that card deck as well. And we have the roses and the lilies, okay, that are shown are all around the Magician, okay. The roses are red, okay, and the roses are indicating or a symbol of passion, of love, need to be in touch with nature, and it's a card of vitality. Okay, the white lilies are purity, new beginnings, peace and happiness, joy, death, and it could also indicate mourning. So it's something of endings around this Magician, but is also of new beginnings. Peace around this Magician as well as this person. Joy with this new beginning. Okay, so that's what I wanted to point out in regards to symbols. Also, he has the 4 suits in his all of the Magician cards, which in front, for example, in this deck, in the Mystic Dreamer deck, he has a table and he's doing his magic, and in the table he has all the elements, which are the cups, which are associated with water and emotion, the swords, which are indicating of air and intellect, pentacles are earth and physical, okay, and the wands are indicating of fire, okay, fire and air. I'm sorry, yeah, fire and air. So basically it's all the 4 elements here showing and that he has in his table. So he's using all that he has to make this work, to make this project work, go forward, okay? In terms of infinity, he has a lot, and this one I don't think I have it, but in this one he does. We have the infinite, or the symbol, I don't know if you can see it there, but in general, the Magician on top of his head has the 8, which is a symbol of infinity, of internal, of things that are going to start and are going to last. So whatever project is starting, it's going to be long lasting. Okay? So, I should have put the other deck, but now it's too late. I have the Lewin deck, and the Lewin deck shows 4 steps that the Magician has in order to get to this table. Okay? And it basically means changes that he needs to take. And the 4 steps are basically, I'm going to bring it out now. Let me go ahead and end the video here, and I'm going to do the other one, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hope you're enjoying it so far.